Hi YouTube. My belt is broken. There isn't any videos on YouTube on this particular model on how to replace the belt. So I'm going to show you how. There's 6 screws here on the bottom. Phillips or flathead with the Hoover will work. It really doesn't matter because Hoover makes their screws long enough on one edge. You can use a flathead or Phillips. Obviously my Phillips is not in the best of shape, but it works most of the time. But I searched for an hour trying to find a video on the Hoover Total Home Pet bagless upright wind tunnel blah blah blah. So now I'm going to show you how to, you're just taking these screws off here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws you're taking off to get this piece, this black piece off. I think I heard the guys calling it a brush cover. It's cover. I've already got some of the screws out. Sorry this is taking so long. I don't have power tools on me.
We're in the shed.
It's all old-fashioned hand power here. This just slides off. I'm taking this off because I screwed them in the wrong ones in my hour-long adventure trying to change this belt. Okay. So this brush just pops off here. I've already put the new belt on and I've had to restart, so I'm starting the video over. Are you sure you have enough light to see in here?
I'm able to turn up the light.
Are you sure you can see way down in here?
Let me turn up the light.
Brightly.
Yeah, I'm able to see in there.
There's a little piece right here that I've hooked the belt onto. It's about a 1/2 inch long. It feels and looks rusted to me, despite me having this vacuum 6 months and not vacuuming up anything wet. But when you pull on it like this, kind of like a pulley, you can feel it turn, so you know this is the correct one to put it on. It does not go on this thing here. It looks like it does, but it does not. I guess it's just a buffer. I don't know. I lost my manual. I've had this 6 months, but I have manuals for things I've had for 20 years that I don't have anymore. Yeah. Anyhow, so you don't have to remove everything. You just got to take the black cover off, pull your brush out, slide that on. I did get one tip from another video to make sure this is down when you go to put it back on, put the new belt on. Really didn't matter for my model. Either way, it'll slide on pretty easily because the belt is not very thick. It's thin enough. So then you just slide this around here. Every video says to make sure it's centered, but when you put this up in here and slide it on, it's going to stay centered anyway. So it doesn't really matter about making sure it's centered because it's going to go there automatically. Now each end has, you got to make sure it's free flowing on the ends. That means no hair, major hair or anything's wrapped around it like mine is. But these will spin. You want to make sure they're spinning. As long as they're spinning, you're in good shape. General maintenance, I think everyone knows to take a knife or a pair of scissors and cut off the excess hair that gets built up on the brush. But anyhow, you don't have to pull or stretch this. It will slide right back into place like it's supposed to. if you just give it a little push. These turn freely, so it will do that for you. If it doesn't, just give it a little pull. It'll go in. Voila. Put your cover back on after you clean it, if you're into that. Replace your screws. If you have more than 6, it should be all right. What? But what I'm going to do, as soon as I'm done putting this back together, is turn it on and show you that I did in fact fix it correctly. And that I did find the correct spots to hook everything to, despite not being able to find anything on YouTube to assist with this. And I can't find my manual to have looked that up. And if you go to Walmart and your Walmart's anything like any Walmart within a 50-mile radius of me, you're not going to find anyone that works there. This is the one you need. This one right here will be the one that you need for the total home pet care, wind tunnel, yada yada. $5. It doesn't have all of the model numbers properly listed on there. And the little vacuum glide they have in the vacuum aisle, it's not listed either. Plus, the newest YouTube video I could find was 4 years old. The way electronics come out now, 4 years ago is like 50. So, flip your little feller over here, because there's a piece that goes down here. And there's one here too. Again, I don't have power tools, so this is taking me a little longer than if you had a drill. Obviously, make sure all your screws are in nice and tight. You don't want anything coming loose and sucking up a screw into your vacuum to damage it. Give everything kind of a pull. Make sure it's nice and snug. Now, there we go. Your belt needs to be able to move, or your brush needs to be able to move. Mine moves. Now let's plug it in and see to make sure. That we're all good to go. Son, you want to plug it in?
Why not?
Alright, right behind you there.
Also, the main reason why this thing keeps getting clogged up is because of him right there.
Well, that's why we bought the pet one. It says pet. Hopefully they considered all pets. Okay. So this is your brush on and off. This is the one I was telling you about. You can turn it on before you do this or not. My brush is spinning. Ready to go. Hopefully this will be helpful to some of you out there. It'll save you 5-10 minutes of a belt change rather than an hour and a half because you didn't know, or because you were looking at a spool that looks like it's supposed to hold a belt and it doesn't. It's just a buffer. I don't know. Come back and see us some other time. Maybe I'll fix something else.